What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Now, gentlemen, we're going to pause for a second. This one is strictly for the ladies. So, ladies, today on this video, we're actually going to be talking about how to attract and keep a gentleman from a man's perspective. Alright, welcome back. Welcome to Gentleman Rules 101. Now, this is a ladies edition. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Deshaun Marshall, where I help convert young men and grown men into gentlemen. So, now I know this is a touchy subject. This is coming from a male's perspective because I hear this all the time. All the time. So I want to clarify some things. This is my perspective. So this is coming from a male's perspective, not from a girl to a girl. This is a male's perspective. Preferably a gentleman's perspective. And I'm basing this off of my own experience, basing these off of other people's experience, basing these off of successful marriages that I know, unsuccessful marriages that I know, and relationships that I personally know, and some studies that I've actually been doing about relationships as well. So, and social media has a huge role on what we're about to talk about. You know, I actually was inspired by this guy named Galvin Stevens. He has a YouTube channel within itself. It's called WakeUpFulfilled. You can type it, but the link will be in the description below. Big shout out to you, King. Again, I always give credit when it's due. So he inspired me to come off based off from a gentleman's perspective. A gentleman, not just no law of attraction, just a gentleman's perspective. Because again, I'm targeting men how to become gentlemen. So I'm actually going to help ladies, well, women and girls, how to become ladies. So this one's strictly for you. So if you're new to the channel, if you like what you're about to hear, go ahead and comment below. If you think this subject is a touchy subject, comment below and let me know what you think. Before I even get to the point, pause the video and tell me your opinion, how you think you can keep and attract a gentleman. Not all women, let me clarify this right now. Not all women are in this situation, but a lot of women out there in this situation. So let me quote y'all what y'all always say, and I see this through social media. You know, I was raised by women, so I hear it a lot. Not from the women I was raised, but I just know I know. So I hear this all the time. A man ain't gonna never settle down unless he ready to settle. That is a 50-50 answer. That is a 50-50 answer. I want to tell y'all that's not true. That is not true. It's not true, period, point blank. It's true to a certain extent if he's mature enough. If he's mature enough, then that's not true. But if he's not mature enough and you attracting, you feel me? How y'all would say, F-boys. If y'all attracting those, then yes, you're 100% right. You're not gonna never turn him into a husband. Same way how they say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't turn a husband, pretty much. You can't turn a male hoe, into a husband. It's impossible. So let's get straight into it. The first tip that we're going to actually talk about is growth. Now, let me break down what I mean by growth. We also got to understand the subject matter what we're going to talk about. The power of influence from a baby this is what I mean by growth. From a baby till now, you gotta understand how we were raised. Especially for ladies, especially if you were raised by your father. As a father, we are taught to treat our daughters, our ladies, like princesses and queens. That is a given. We are going to treat them, we're going to support them, we're going to do everything in our power to keep them happy. We're going to only show them, a way how a man is supposed to treat a lady. And even with me, I was raised by my mother, and she taught me how to treat a lady. But in society, and even in households, they actually don't teach how to treat a man. And that's where I mean by we have to grow. Or you have to grow, we have to grow, because I'm breaking it down to you. But in society, they actually teach you based off of, let's say, Disney movies. And let's say, you buy your daughter the perfect dollhouse with the perfect car, the perfect dog, the perfect food, with the perfect Ken doll, with the perfect Barbie doll, and you see all of these other subjects showing how to be treated, and it's creating an image for a man to do so much. It's putting an image in your head like, this is supposed to be this way. I want a man with this amount of money. I want a man who has this, and I want a man who has that. I want a man with a 5-figure job, a 6-figure job. I want a man who know how to be able to treat me so well. And if you're a single mom, I want a man who know how to treat me and my kid to the utmost respect, because it's showing in the world how a man is supposed to treat a lady. With the conditioning of growing up like this, what it's actually doing is actually hindering you subconsciously, because it's making you think that a man is supposed to be able to do this and be able to do that and have a 6-figure salary and have a perfect car and all of this stuff. So when you find a good man and he doesn't have those qualities, it's actually hindering you from recognizing the fact that this guy might be just a good guy. He just doesn't have the White House, the picket fence, the 6-figure salary, stuff like that. Like, that shows you, where your mind is subconsciously, not knowing that you're doing that. But that, again, that can change and create an unrealistic reality that every man is going to be like that, because it's not going to be like that. Every good man or gentleman is not going to come off in that way. This person might not have this, but you might have this, or everything is not going to be perfect. So you want to be able to grow together, not I'm growing first, I'm going to get here, and then he's growing, and then he's going to catch up. It's just not going to work like that. It's going to be unbalanced. You guys want to come in at a mutual standpoint, meaning I'm over all my past, I'm over all my exes, I don't have no baggage that I'm bringing into my next relationship. We're going to grow and start together and then build up. Alright, so tip number 2, embrace your sexiness. Now, what I mean by this is embrace your energy, give off energy, give off that sexiness to you. Give off that, oh, I look good type thing. Like, you supposed to give off that image. You're supposed to have that. Now, I did not say go out here and show your cleavage. I did not sit here and say go out here and show your butt off. I did not sit here and say wear some tight, skimpy clothes. It's actually okay for if you want to go out and portray your cleavage. It's actually okay for you to do all of those things. Now, I'm telling you it's okay because you're going to attract the type of guy who's going to only want you for your physical. Coming from a man's perspective, I'm not going to not look at that. Like, I'm going to say, oh my God. But in my head, I'm going to only see one thing. And that's not the sexy energy I'm talking about. The sexy energy I'm talking about is from within. The beauty from within. The smile that you have from within. The love that you carry from within. Because when you show that energy from within, you walk with confidence. Your shoulders is put back. Like, you walk a little bit more. Your face is brighter. From your smiling within, everything is higher. Like, you stand with more confidence. That attracts a gentleman. That attracts a man, actually. But it attracts the gentleman as well, because he's not intimidated, or he's not worried about just what he sees. He also sees spiritually, like, yo, this lady got some, she's sexy, not just on the outside, but I can tell the way she walked, the way she talked. All of that stuff matters. So again, embrace your sexy energy. So with that being said, it's not about having the perfect body. It's not about having the perfect makeup. It's not about having the perfect hair. It's not about having the perfect that. Because if you pay attention, you got some of these, and I know some of y'all ladies do this. Even men do it. You be like, yo, they not even all that attractive, but how did they get that? Or They're not even all of that because it's not about that. It's not even about that. It's about the way you make this person feel based off of what's inside of you. You can't give love if you are not loved because you don't recognize love. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about the physical. So get that out your mind. Now, if you want to do those things by any means, you can't sit here and say, I can't find me a good man. I can't find me a good man. And you're posting your body. You're posting your chest. You're posting, I'm so horny. Like, you're not attracting that type of caliber of a guy. You're attracting someone who only sees you for the physical and not the spiritual, not the emotional, not the love. You're not giving him the opportunity to see you in that way. Now, again, I'm a man, so I'm going to sit here and be attracted to physical. I'm going to sit here and look at you. I'm going to give you what you're giving me. Let's put it like that. So tip number 3, we're actually going to be talking about your attitude. Now, this is a huge tip right here. The way you talk about a man is what you bring into your life, whether it's good or whether it's bad. If you go around here saying men ain't shit, that's exactly what you're going to get. Men who are not shit. So if you go around here and say, well, I want a good man, I want this, that, and the third, you'll attract it to yourself. Alright, if you're talking negative all the time, I tell people like this. Most people, when they meet people, they always tell people what they don't like. And when you focus on the things that you don't like, that is what you will attract. So if you're saying, I don't like cheaters, I don't like liars, I don't like people who do this, I don't like people who are disrespectful, I don't like 9 times out of 10. With that being said, that's what you're attracting. And that's also yourself. That's the harsh truth. A good gentleman is looking for clarity. A good gentleman is not looking for the baggage. He's not looking for anything that's behind that. He's actually looking for a woman who's clear, a woman who knows what she wants, a woman who knows what she likes. All of those things that attracts a good man, knowing those things, not focusing on the negative, not having a bad attitude, not bringing your bad baggage from your past relationship into your current or future relationship. So with that being said, you have to be cautious about what you want in life. So just be careful. Tip number 4. Know that men have hearts. We are very emotional. It's okay. It's okay. But according to society, it's not okay for a man to cry. It's not okay for a man to tell you how he feels. It's not okay for a man to sit here and tell you, this bothered me. It's not okay for a man to sit here and feel some type of way. You have to understand that you can't talk to a man in an aggressive manner. And you can't do that because he's automatically going to feel defended. He's going to hold. Mind you, let's say you got a man, he goes out, he works all day, and then he comes back home, and next thing you know, he says, I'm hungry, this is that and the third, or he does something for you, and then you show him like it's not good enough. How do you think that's going to make him feel? It's not going to make him feel not good at all. So he's going to sit here, and if he's not getting no feel good emotionally from you, now mind you, we're talking about him having a heart. If I'm not feeling good emotionally from you, what you think I'm going to do? Eventually I'm going to go find it somewhere else. Or not even that, I'm going to just leave. So then you detracted a good man away because you felt that he's supposed to be tough, he's supposed to not cry, he's supposed to not feel some type of way, he's supposed to not have no emotion, and that's all a lie based off of social media and what they put on there, how a perfect man is supposed to be. Also understanding that communication is key. You can't talk to a man and belittle a man. You can't even talk to him in a certain way. Same way with men. Men can't talk to a woman and belittle a woman. I'm not going to belittle you if we're having a disagreement. A lot of women, believe it or not, and they don't even know that they're doing it, belittle a man, especially his intelligence. You can't belittle a man and expect him to just sit there and just stay. And if you're in a marriage, you can't sit here and expect him to stay committed to you when you're not even listening, because you're belittling his intelligence, you're belittling him emotionally, spiritually, you know? You can't do those things and expect somebody just to stay. It's not going to work. Another thing with communication is you actually want to let them know when they're doing something right. Like, for instance, it actually helps build their confidence. It actually helps build them, feel more manly. It actually, strokes their ego when you tell them that they're doing something right. For instance, if you first date a guy and you're very, very attractive, he might feel low-key intimidated. But if you're focusing on him and give him affirmation, letting him know that you're his focus and he's doing something right, like him holding a door for you. Tell him, yo, thank you, I appreciate you holding the door. Or him holding a chair for you, pulling out a chair for you to sit down. Thank you, I appreciate you, pulling out the chair. That shows him that you are interested in him, that you see what he's doing is right. That, again, it low-key stroke his ego, and every man wants his ego stroked. Every man wants to be able to know that he's doing right. He wants to be able to feel that I got this. This is me right here. That alone will attract and keep a man into your life. So the last tip number 5 is stop trying to be a man. What I mean by this last tip is you need to allow a man to be a man. Now, I know you can do a lot of things on your own. That's the number one thing about a gentleman when it comes to respecting a woman. We know that. We know that. But allowing us to be able to be the man in a situation builds our confidence. When you tell a man like he wants to take out the trash for you and you tell him, no, I got it, that's making him feel like, yo, so what do you need me for? Besides sex, what do you need me for? Let me do a manly gesture for you. Now, you can take out the trash. I understand that. And that's respect. I completely understand that you can do a lot of things on your own. But again, you are not a man. The same way how I am not a woman. I do not want to have a baby. I do not want to go through female monthly dues. Like, I do not want to go through that. I respect you because you go through those things. Those are things that I'm like, yo, keep that. I don't want that. You can have that. No. There are things that we can do that you guys can do, but we choose to do. You understand what I'm saying? It's just more so, again, building the confidence within me, allowing to make me feel like, yo, I got this. You gotta stop telling him, no, I can do it. 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 Because, again, that tears him away from you. That draws him away from you. So, again, when you don't allow me to do those things, it makes me feel like you don't need me. But, again, this also comes from the way you were raised. Single parent homes, single moms, raising from, even single dads, but more so single mom. Your social media, loving hip hop, like, no, that just goes to show you have to be able to take a step back and allow this individual to do what he does. Now, this can go into a role where there is a huge difference between an alpha male and a beta male. You're gonna run through a few beta males before you hit an alpha male. But just because that alpha male doesn't have everything that you were taught that he's supposed to have at that moment, doesn't mean he is an alpha male. Pay attention to his traits, not pay attention to what he's doing all the time. Like, when he does something wrong, don't just quick to assume to shut him down and you this and you that, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. No. You have to be able to grow together. So again, those are the things where I tell you, don't stop trying to be a man. But this is just my opinion on how to attract and keep a gentleman in your life. Again, this is Gentleman Rules 101, where we actually help young men and men convert themselves into gentlemen. I'm your host, Deshaun Marshall. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I will see you on the next video. Peace.